Marama follows a young Maori woman who travels to Victorian England in 1859. There, she uncovers the horrific colonial legacy tied to her family's past and becomes driven to confront and destroy the aristocratic Englishmen responsible for their devastation. The film's premise immediately calls to mind the Nightingale, which is one of my all time favourite Australian movies for its unflinching look at colonial brutality, female rage, and the quest for revenge. Like the Nightingale, Marama doesn't shy away from the raw horrors of empire and the personal toll of historical trauma. Fans of that film will find familiar territory here, though it doesn't quite reach the same consistent intensity as The Nightingale did. Visually, Marama is stunning. The cinematography captures both the misty, rugged beauty of the New Zealand landscapes and the grim, ghastly opulence of Victorian England with real artistry. The costumes and production design are impeccable, immersing you in the period without feeling like a stuffy history lesson. Unfortunately, the execution is uneven at the start of the film. The first hour really dragged for me. I found it extremely slow paced and surprisingly boring, struggling to stay invested as the story went through setup and the atmosphere of the film. While at the start, I found it boring, it does get pretty atmospheric as the film goes along. It felt like the film was holding back its punches, taking too long to build momentum. Thankfully, it switches gears dramatically in the final 30 minutes. Once the revenge plot kicks into high action, Marama becomes extremely entertaining. It turns brutal and strangely very macabre towards the end, leaning hard into visual violence and dark atmosphere. Sorry, can't get my words out. Nightmarish imagery that finally delivers the emotional and cathartic payoff the premise promises. I just wish the whole movie had sustained that same ferocious energy from the start. One standout moment is the haka scene midway through the film. It's extremely touching and powerfully executed. A raw emotional highlight that beautifully honors Maori culture and gives the protagonist's journey real heart. Marama has strong bones, a compelling story of colonial reckoning, gorgeous visuals, and a powerful cultural centerpiece. Its explosive and unflinching final act shows what the film could have been throughout. If you love The Nightingale and can tolerate a slow build, there's enough here to make it worthwhile, especially for its bold swing into brutality. Just don't expect the momentum to carry you all the way through. So, unfortunately, all I can give this movie, the score I could only give is 2.5 out of 5. As I said previously, the slow build up takes too long to get going, and I just wish it had the same momentum as the last 30 minutes. All the way through the movie. It's not a very long movie, it only goes for 87 minutes, but still, I would have liked the whole movie to have the same energy as the last 30 minutes.